Hello, YouTuber movers. It's the 2nd of January. Happy New Year to all those who received my crazy Happy New Year's yesterday. Um, so, if you've been watching the So2 series that I've been sharing links to, um, you would have noticed they may have done some predictions last week or the week before. And then would say, at this point, gee, nothing happened. And it's a relative thing about their predictions because they're more or less out. Is that you have to listen to what they say and you listen to what others say.
Like, for example, if you just listen to mainstream media and you just listen to the people who did not wish Trump to be our new president, you would think that doom and gloom is coming upon us and the whole world is going to fall apart. And maybe doom and gloom is going to fall upon us, but to blame that on Trump, I don't know. He's not president yet. Things are happening all over the place. So you can't really blame anything going on right now on somebody who's not president yet. But, you know, this is what I think I talked about before recently about you have to kind of listen to both sides of the coin, yeah? You can't just, in this country, the United States of America, mainstream media is not really going to report the news as it is. And they are very much dependent upon the people that pay the bills. It's an unfortunate thing, but but if you're aware of it and you understand it, then you can look at what they talk about with a grain of salt. And you have to look for news in other locations, even if it's just a local newspaper. So there certainly are all kinds of, you know, mainstream and non-mainstream medias out there that are talking about things going on around the world, and you kind of listen to it all with a grain of salt. Certainly, I wouldn't be living where I am right now if it wasn't for, you know, the let's see, what if the shit hits the fan scenario. And that's a spiritual term for those in the ministry. Because how else can you say it? You know, the reality is, you know, look, I'm sitting in a home, you know, that's, you know, I got some food stuff stored away. You know, I have some battery backup. I have some wind backup. You know, I have little things, food, and I got a wood stove for heat. Furnace just got repaired, but I've been living 3 months in the cold, and it's been pretty cold on the wood blocks. So, you know, if I was still living in a vacuum and thinking that all things are rosy and cherry, you know, I would still be doing something else. You know, anybody that buys a flashlight just in case the power goes off is prepping. That's reality. You know, you get some extra canned foods or you have some candles in the drawer, you know, you have a way to run your cell phone when the power goes off, even if it's just going out and sitting in your car and charging up your cell phone. So it's all about being prepared. About being prepared, about being aware. You have to be aware of things going on both sides of the coin. You have to be aware that there's no two-headed nickels out there. Oh, I think there might be some, but they're kind of like collector's items. Otherwise, you know, money has something written on both sides. You've got to look at both sides. You've got a dollar bill that has the same thing printed on both sides. I would suggest not using it anywhere in a store or bank. I would highly suggest that.
You know, and that's kind of what it is. So too, they say, you know, things might be crazy over the.
Well, there was an earthquake, and there was a riot, and there were things that happened, and it all depends on whether you were in that particular situation and how it affects you. And if you're fortunate not to live where there was an earthquake, you know, then you're fortunate. And you know, that's really where it's all about. You know, having some sense of what's going on around you and being able to respond, ride that surfboard as we talked about. You know, I was just watching a training. I'm still actually watching it because it's like 7 hours long. So, you know, on shooting an interview. They're actually in a surfboard shop, which is kind of funny when I think about it at the moment. But, you know, you have to be able to govern yourself and be aware that things could happen at any moment, and where are you going to be for it? So, I'm going to share the link for SOTU Tuesday for this week, and you're welcome to watch it. If you wish to comment on my video, if any questions about it that you don't wish to put on their video, then that's fine with me. When they talk about all the workshops that they've done, I've done quite a few. I've been with them since the late 90s, and I've done a lot of workshops, and I don't really could really describe. The only way I could describe myself before I met them was that I had a bridge picked out. And I still know where that bridge is, but I don't think of that as being my bridge anymore. And that's to be that far down that I actually had a location planned. Is I don't know how I would have gotten this body up over that railing. Well, let's not get technical. I'm not in that place. You know, it's not a desire of mine. You know, unless I was very, very sick. I do have a DNR in place that if I get really, really sick, that I don't wish to be a vegetable all my life. And you know, it's kind of more of a personal choice, but I'm not the same person that I was then. And there are other paths to get to the point where I am. I'm not saying that the SOTU way is the all way and B way, but it is a very interesting journey working with them. And if you have an opportunity to take one of their workshops, intensives, yeah, you'll have an experience that I can't really put a finger on it. It's just an interesting thing. In person is the best way, but if you can't, we do our best to do it over the internet, and whether it's going to be on Skype or something else, you know, we'll see how that manifests down the road. So we will see you again, I'm sure. Ta-ta, enjoy. Go make a snow angel in the snow or dig in some dirt. Ta-ta.